Hello everyone, this is Johannes.
And this is Sunniva.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we're taking a look at 7 Wonders.
And 7 Wonders! We're doing this like it's a surprise, like people haven't already seen the video. Or I don't think you have seen the video before and you're like, oh, it was so fun, again. Okay, so today we are taking a look at the new version of 7 Wonders compared to the old version of 7 Wonders. 7 Wonders is an evergreen game.
Yeah.
It's a game that has... almost like all people who go into board game play 7 Wonders at some point in time. And it's a great game. It's been out for 10 years now. Now they decided to make a new version.
Yeah.
Some people have been angry about a new version, but I think it makes sense. Like, it's an evergreen title, as I just said. It's going to sell for 10 more years. So why not revamp it? Why not look at a new version and see how they can make it better? So today we are taking just a brief look at the differences and see if we think that this is worth to keep, or if you should get a new version, or if you should stick with your old version. We actually played this. I was happy we actually did that to see if they... Like, one thing you can do is just look at the components and see if there's differences, but I'm happy we got to play it a couple of times and see if it felt different. Because if it didn't look that much different, but it did feel different, that is, of course, going to be a difference.
Yes.
So first of all, let's take a look at these covers, because they are quite different now. This cover here, the old one, feels a bit more cramped.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. And the new box is a tiny bit bigger.
Yes.
And it just opens up. It looks more deluxe and clean.
I feel like they have, like, it's the same artist you can see with their signature. I feel like they have given them the opportunity to revisit this artwork and make it better. Like, here there's more stuff happening, a lot more buildings. The buildings here are bigger. Like, everything just feels smoother here.
Yes.
Here it feels like they had to cramp all the 7 Wonders into one picture. Here it just makes sense.
Nice.
The one thing that is a big difference, actually, is that this is a 2 to 7 player game.
Yeah.
And this is a 3 to 7 player game. So they have removed the 2-player version. That's like a big thing you see before you even open the box. Because the 7 Wonders Duel is a lot better way to play 7 Wonders if you have the expansion. It's meh. So if you have the expansion, there's a new one coming, actually, in October. We're going to get that. So this is a 3 to 7 player game, which I always felt 7 Wonders was anyways.
Yeah, I'm glad they just removed the 2-player version because it's no good.
Okay, so let's open it up and see what's inside. Probably, hopefully, 7 Wonders, but yeah. So
what?
Boom. So first of all, you see here, like, I really like this when I open up this new version, that you get this nice, just black 7 number.
It looks really cool.
It looks really nice. It looks like, and you will see this when you open up, this looks like a deluxe production version of the game.
Yes.
In some ways maybe not. So this, first of all, is just a sheet, and here it has all of the list of the cards and the list of chains.
Yes.
That is also in that game, but it's in the rule book, and it doesn't look as good at all.
No.
Like, this is not a good graphic. So this is just like it's nice to be able to share this around if you need that throughout the game. Let's just put that out of the way. The rulebook, I think, is kind of the same. This is an original rulebook, so we're not going to talk a bit too much about that, because, you know, the Norwegian rulebook is not good. So here you see that they have basically changed the color scheme a lot, because this is kind of a beige background and all of it. Here's white. It's more like, it's more simple. And there is less... Yeah, it's easier to read, and you see the types or the letters are bigger. Here is smaller. So, but other than that, it's not a big change.
No, there's what do you call it? The writing is bigger in the new one.
Yeah, I just said that.
Oh yeah, this looks more like
cramped together. Yeah, but the rules, I haven't really read too much about this, and it's hard to compare because these are the Norwegian rules, and they are usually not that amazing. So here is one thing I really like, is that you have these smaller player aids.
This is quick rules and also the symbols.
Yeah, so that's like...
And it's on the back of the rule book as well.
So you have one of these, and they're bigger. I like here that you have 3 at least. So if you play 7 players, you can really just put them between 2 players, and it's going to be easy to have it. And also you have, like, if you need more, go to the FAQ. That is really neat. So there's really easy for people to look at their cards and be like, oh, what happened? Just look down and they will understand it. I like that, because the biggest issue of learning 7 Wonders are all of the symbols, basically.
Yes.
That has always been the hassle of teaching 7 Wonders. Then we have the first thing you will probably notice here, so let's take that first, the cards.
Yeah.
The cards are foil. Take a look at this.
They look amazing.
They look kind of cool, but then again, like you can kind of make people lose their eyesight. So you have...
That hasn't been a problem for us.
No.
You're just bragging
We're not
or something.
blind anymore. Or yes, not blind anymore.
Anymore.
That makes no sense. So we have the bronze, the silver, and the gold instead of the...
brown, blue, and purple.
One thing though is that these
Colors.
cards, they are the same size, they do feel a bit cheaper. I feel like these cards, and also because of the foil, is probably gonna be bursting edges pretty soon. These have been played with many times, and you can see that they are some problems on the edges, but we have played this maybe 40 times with this copy, so...
I would sleeve this.
Yeah, I would, because the quality seems a bit worse than it was in the original. So that is like small changes on the card backs. Let's talk a bit about the boards for the Wonders. First of all, one thing you will notice is that it's a lot bigger.
Yeah. I don't know why they've done that. I've never played the original version and thought, oh, my player board is too small. And when you're playing 7 players in this game, this takes enough space as it is.
The cards, everything takes a lot of space.
So I don't know why they've done that.
One big thing, or like not a big thing, but one thing they have done, if you turn it around, this original, you see it's the same on both sides. And here you have, instead of A and B, you have day and night.
Oh, that is nice.
So you have
I like it.
I think there is then 7 new pieces. Some of them are changed from day to night and all of that. But 7 new art pieces, and they just look good. And also now you will probably have already seen, if you haven't already seen this, see some other differences. First of all, the base resource of a couple of them, I think Babylon and Olympia, are changed out. And also you see here already the B side of Olympia, or Babylon I mean, is very different. So here you only have
the
2.
resources that you pay, and also some of
it's very different. But if you turn it over to the original side, you also see there's differences in the payment. Here you get brick, and it costs 2 brick. Here you get wood, and it costs 2 brick, so it's harder to build it. Also here this needs 3 wood. Here it's 2 ore and a loom, and there is 4 wood, which is the one you start with. So that's kind of actually the same cost of that. And this is like the biggest change to the game, is that they have made small, very small, for people who haven't played the game hundreds of times, very small balancing changes.
Yes.
And I never felt when I played 7 Wonders that there was a balancing issue in the game.
Nope.
So I never, for me, like when we played it, didn't feel different at all. I feel like this is, like, of course, if they're first gonna make a new version, it makes sense to make it better balance-wise, if that was a problem for some players. But I think you need to play the game a lot of times to see the difference at all.
Yeah, I haven't noticed, so I didn't actually notice it in the new version either.
No, I agree.
That there've been made changes.
So the coins are almost the same.
Yep.
They are a bit different. They are like, these are
Even-edged.
completely round.
Yes.
These are more like charmy. And these are also very similar. They have changed the color of the points, so now there are a white for the points instead, so just make it clearer.
Yep.
But other than that, not something that you, I need to buy the new version because they have other tokens for war.
Then you have too much money to spend.
Yes, there's other games to buy then. So the biggest thing they have done is to change how the cards work. If you, for example, find a workshop or an apothecary or something,
in the first
level.
one. Okay.
The green ones.
The green ones, so it's all the
workshop,
way back.
Yeah. So let's just take these 2. The first thing you can notice is that they have like a big difference in the layout.
Yep.
Now you had a name up here instead of down here. That means that you will put the cards like this instead of splaying them like you did in the original. No, I need that. You also can see that the price is now moved down here. And also the big thing, like the big thing they have done here to change it up, I'm gonna put this out here, is the chains. So before it was down here, the name and the what it was, and now it's just a symbol.
Yeah.
So the positive thing is that it's easier to see and easier to remember. The negative thing is that it doesn't say what the cards do, but you can then just look at the sheet, or you'll remember it probably after a couple of plays. So I like that. I think that is a better way of doing it.
I agree.
Easier to remember, easier to see. And that is like the biggest change. So anything you want to add for like the changes of the original
I really
and
like
this
the
one?
new graphic design because this is so much prettier than this.
Yeah.
You have so much more space for the actual artwork, so I'm happy about the changes on the cards.
I wonder if the artist sat down, like made, if this was original like this, or if they now had to sit down and make the outline for every card. Because this has less artwork than this. Like this, for example, up here is not here, it's outside of here. So they would have to need to sit down and actually do that.
I don't know. I don't think they do. I think they make a bigger picture and then they scale it or something.
I don't know. It was an interesting thing I thought of.
This is just theories.
But that is basically the changes from the first to the second edition.
Yeah.
Or that's the changes. So the big question then is like, what do you feel? Do you feel like you need to own the new one, or do you feel like the old one is enough?
If you already have the old one, I wouldn't go out of my way buying the new one, because the old one works fine for casual board game players.
For almost everybody. If you have been annoyed that it's unbalanced, maybe
go buy the new one, yeah.
I don't know who you are.
If you're buying Seven Wonders for the first time, I would actually buy the new one, because it's very nice, and also the symbols that we just talked about is very streamlined. I like that. It's
not like Coastal Burgundy where the original one is cheaper and better. Yeah. I think this one is better, and one thing you will think like, but what about expansions? There's already 2 expansions released, I think Cities and Leaders. Those are like the 2 core expansions. We have that for this, and that is another reason why we want to keep this, because
so we're keeping this, and we're giving this away to some friends,
to the people we play with, like new people that we are playing more board games with us now, which is nice.
Yeah.
So I think that's like the comparison. Like the final thought is that the original is good enough. If you don't own it and you want Seven Wonders, and somebody offers you this in a trade, you can take it. If you're gonna go to the store, buy the new one.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yes.
Anything you want to add?
I'm happy.
Okay, if you're happy, I'm happy. That is the end of another video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Serva.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.